Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Imagine a scenario that could reshuffle the defensive landscape of the AFC North. A move so impactful that it could redefine the Steelers' chances of returning to the Super Bowl. The buzz in NFL circles right now points to a potential blockbuster trade involving none other than Patrick Surtain, the Denver Broncos' stellar cornerback. And trust me, Steelers Nation, this is not just idle speculation. Sources close to the league are hinting that a deal could be on the horizon, and it might be one of the most strategic moves for the Steelers this season. Let's break down what this could mean. The Denver Broncos, despite finishing with a 13-3 record last year, have been navigating some tight spots on defense. They're looking to shake things up, especially on their secondary, which has been a bit of a shaky point this season. Surtain, who's already established himself as one of the premier cornerbacks in the league, could be on the move. Reports suggest that the Broncos are willing to trade Surtain in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2027 draft and a third-rounder in 2026 from Pittsburgh. The Steelers, meanwhile, are managing a cap space of around $2.4 million for extensions, but acquiring a player of Surtain's caliber could be a game-changer for their secondary. Now, Surtain is a shadow elite in the making. He's the kind of corner who can erase top WRs, making quarterbacks think twice before throwing his way. His ability to shut down the best receivers is backed by impressive stats. He has 7 career interceptions, 36 pass deflections, and a PFF grade of 91. In 2025 alone, he recorded 4 INTs, 15 pass deflections, and allowed just 50% completion rate against him. That's a shutdown number for sure. His yards allowed, 600, are pretty good considering the targets he faces, and his EPA per target is 2. Which shows he's actively reducing the offense's success when thrown at. Not to forget, he's been healthy all season, playing over 900 snaps and improving from his already solid 2024 campaign where he had 2 INTs. What makes Surtain even more appealing is how he fits into the Steelers' defensive scheme. Pittsburgh has always been known for their stout defense, but this year, their secondary has been leaking yards, giving up around 250 yards passing per game. Adding Surtain could be the boost they need. With him on the field, projections show he could contribute to over 10 additional INTs for the team, slash the completion percentage allowed by around 15%, and improve EPA coverage by roughly 18%. That's a significant upgrade in a division where every yard and turnover can be the difference between a playoff spot and an early exit. Comparing him to the current Steelers cornerbacks, Surtain's presence would create mismatches and elevate the entire unit. His low 1.8 yards of separation on average against WRs is a testament to his tight coverage. He's excellent at locking down WR1s, and his production of 6 pass deflections per game would serve as a massive boost, similar to what Stephon Gilmore brought to the Patriots back in 2019, turning a defense that was allowing over 100 yards more per game into a defensive powerhouse. And let's talk about the ripple effect. The Steelers, with Surtain added to the mix, could see their defense transform into a true elite unit. They'd be less prone to big plays, cutting their big play allowance by around 20%, and this kind of shutdown corner can be the missing piece that pushes Pittsburgh's defense from good to historically great. It's no secret that Pittsburgh's defense has been their backbone for decades, and bringing in someone like Surtain would reinforce that identity. Not only would this bolster the secondary, but it could also influence the entire team's confidence and approach on both sides of the ball. From a strategic standpoint, this trade could also be a smart cap move. The Broncos are looking to shed some salary, around $15 million in cap space for 2026, and the trade would give them additional draft picks to rebuild or retool their roster. Although some might view this as a cession, especially given Denver's recent 4-1 run in their last 5 games, it appears to be more about managing their long-term assets than a sign of a full rebuild. The Steelers, on the other hand, could be making a bold statement, acquiring a premier shutdown corner that could be the X-factor they need in close games, especially against high-powered offenses in their division. Now, why is this such a big deal for Steelers fans? Well, Surtain's addition could significantly improve their odds of making a deep playoff run. Right now, their secondary has been decent but inconsistent, especially against top-tier WRs. Adding Surtain would give them a true lockdown corner, one who can take away the opponent's top target and give the rest of the defense more freedom to operate. This could translate to more turnovers, fewer big plays allowed, and a more dominant overall defensive performance. That's exactly the kind of boost Steelers Nation has been craving this season. And speaking of the bigger picture, this move could have implications for the AFC North as a whole. The division has been competitive, with teams like Baltimore and Cincinnati always lurking, ready to pounce. If Pittsburgh manages to land Surtain, they could disrupt the balance of power. Imagine a Steelers secondary that can match up with the best WRs in the league, making life miserable for quarterbacks and turning Pittsburgh into one of the most feared defenses in the AFC. That kind of reputation can carry a team deep into January, and with the Steelers' history of building dominant defenses, adding Surtain could be the catalyst for another championship window. The potential impact extends beyond just this season. Surtain is only 24 years old, and he's already showing the maturity and skill set of a top-tier corner. If he joins Pittsburgh, it's not just about this year, it's about building a defense that can sustain success for years to come. The Steelers have a proud history of drafting and developing defensive talent, and if they manage to land Surtain, it would be a testament to their long-term vision. That means a more competitive AFC North, with Pittsburgh leading the charge in defense, forcing opponents to rethink their entire offensive game plan when facing the black and gold. Now, let's not forget the fans' perspective. Steelers fans have seen the team's secondary struggle at times this year, especially against the league's top offenses. A player like Surtain could be that game changer, the piece that makes the secondary not just good, but great. It's a move that could energize the fan base, ignite the stadium, and give the team a renewed sense of confidence heading into the playoffs. Plus, it's always exciting to see your team make bold moves, showing that management is serious about contending for championships. Of course, as with any trade rumor, skepticism always exists. Some fans might worry about the draft capital spent or whether Surtain's style fits perfectly into the Steelers' scheme. But if we look at the numbers and the current needs, it's hard to deny that this could be a win-win situation. Denver gets valuable future assets and cap relief, while Pittsburgh gains a cornerstone piece for their defense. It's a bold gamble, but one that could pay off big time. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Surtain can be the missing piece that propels Pittsburgh back to Super Bowl glory? Would you be excited to see him in the black and gold? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the Steelers. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. Let's keep this conversation going and continue supporting our team through thick and thin. Because at the end of the day, we're all part of this Steelers family, united in our passion and hope for another championship run. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news.